from a place of hardship to a place of ease.
They was sleeping, they was snooze on me. I was dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me? I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. Rebellions in my blood, there ain't no ruling me. Coming for the top, this is a mutiny. I want percentage, yeah. Put you in your mind like fuck your dentist, yeah. You never had a chance like an abortion. Broken, you don't wanna play with me, this forfeit. Oh shit, took it to a place that never thought he could. Now the lone wolf is hounding up in Bollywood. Now I got some confidence, they call me cocky. Like you fucking tiger in the eye, I feel like Rocky. I am untouchable, I cannot fuck with you. I do not follow rules, makes me uncomfortable. I got all this passion and desire, force my path with the fire. Never passive, I acquire till I'm crashing your empire. They was sleeping, they was snooze on me. I was dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me? I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. Rebellions in my blood, there ain't no ruling me. Coming for the top, this is a mutiny.
I guess we can begin now. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? For those who are going to be tuning in to this video, and for those who are tuning in live, ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Nyanumba back again with Tech Chess, and we are on episode 8, or rather the part 2 of episode 7 for today. We're going to continue with the inventory app. Of course, it's now become an obsession. We have gotten to a point where we've really crafted out a certain application that just does literally everything that you dream it to do for an inventory app. And without further ado, I'm not going to go so much into detail what it is that we're going to be doing just from the intro, because you've been with me, or you've seen basically what's been happening from 1 all the way till 7, and this is just a continuation from episode 7, which I streamed right about 2 hours ago. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us indeed begin the coding session. Alright, so I'm going to look into the application and see how far we have reached from where we last left off. And we were doing purchases. We were talking about how we are dealing with adding purchases. And in terms of purchases, we're always going to be talking about, in this situation, whenever we select like one particular item, let's say this laundry bag, and then we set a quantity of say 50 items and add it into the system. So now the recommended price is probably 240, but you bought it at 245. I'm going to add it to the list for products that you're going to be purchasing, and then this is like the total breakdown of it all. And we did this in the last episode, so if you want to go and check it out, you could check out what we did in the essence. You can go check it out. It was a 2-hour live stream or less. Actually, probably was less, and it was really eye-opening in terms of how we went about coding this out from the very beginning and what we wanted to be the outcome for everything. So this is the ultimate solution. And then of course, now because we've added this laundry bag and the quantity has become 50, the unit cost is 45. You see, if we add the same laundry bag, this 8036 ml, and then we put the quantity to be another 25 and the price being the same, 245, then this quantity will just change into 75, right? But now if we come in here and take that same laundry bag, put the quantity to be like say 2, for example, and the price changes to 246, then it has to add a different array into that system. So that means that there'll be another list over here talking about a different unit cost and a different total cost. So right there, you can see there's 246, they're all different prices. That's why they have to be on the separate columns. Now, if we take a different, like item, and then we put it at the same price, 245, and then the quantity, but wait, the recommended price is 330. But let's say we put it at 245. Then the quantity is maybe another 10. It won't add into any one of these right here, because I mean the product description is totally different. So definitely we're going to add this and we're going to get something different. So this is just temporary storage. It's like a variable that just holds this data for for a while, and then once we click on make purchases, it's going to create that purchase inside the DB, and then it's going to like replicate everything into the database. But if the moment we refresh this, it's going to come out like so. So if we come and view the purchase list, there's nothing being done on the date of today. And that's in essence what we want to tackle in terms of making the purchase. So we want to go ahead and select multiple items, put a quantity of like say 12, then the price recommendation 125, maybe let's say the price is 125 instead of 120, and then we'll put it there. And that's how it will appear. Now if we come in here and select a safety box, the quantity being maybe say oh, and one thing is, before we even continue, let's just go to the create function again, and let's edit a few things over here. So when we reset something, we want to also reset when we reset the products list after adding the items, we also want to reset the price such that every single time when we're adding to the list, this also refreshes and does its thing. So this is what I want to do. So the price, I'm going to save that, let it refresh the entire page. And so now we're going to have a luggage rack, recommended price 120, and the number of luggage racks we're going to have is probably say 12, just a random number. All right, then you see it's reset everything, including the price. So now I'm going to come in here and select something else, umbrellas. I'm going to buy an umbrella for 410. The quantity, I'm going to buy like say 14 umbrellas. It's going to add that inside there. Then let's say I didn't want to actually have this umbrella there. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come in here and, oh sorry, not that, but I wanted to add one more umbrella. So I'm going to come in here, add one more umbrella, so just one, and then at this same price of 410. So I come in there and it will add that same price of 410, and the total cost will add up as well. So now we haven't dealt with the removal of these product items. So this is what we're going to do. This is in essence what we're supposed to do. I'm just going to add another TD without a title, right? Same for here, I'm going to add a TH without a title. And then I'm going to also add another TD down here without a title, just to make it proportional. So every single time we have a space that's going to be definite there, and yeah, so you can see there's a space that has been driven on this side. So what this space is supposed to be, it is supposed to be like, let's say for example, the actions generally. I'm going to come in here and create those actions right now, and those actions are for deletion, and editing. I think I'll just do deletion for now, because I'll just do deletion. So I'll just do a button, primary, oh sorry, not primary but danger, right? I'll do btn danger. Once I do danger, I'm going to do an icon of fas.fa. Now this is where I'm going to look for the icons. Font awesome 5, font awesome 5. I'm sure this one will give me some few things. Let's see, font awesome 5, font awesome 5. There we go. I don't like typing the full font awesome like stuff. Okay, so X. I just want to look for an X, and yeah, times. So FA times, and I'll just press enter on that. I'll save it, and this is how it will appear. So I'll come in here, select one safety box, 12 for 60. Add to list, and then you can see the X is over here. So if I click on this X, it should eradicate everything that's here. So that being said, so given that this array is what it is, so I'm going to come in here. This for each loop is on the products list side of things, right? Yeah, it's on the products list side of things, and it's going to search it as item. So for each products list as item, get the product, which is item 0, right? So what I want to do is, in essence, what I'll do here in this situation, I'll come in here and just do this key and item, such that we also have the keys on these arrays. And then when I click on this button, I'm going to come in here, and then I'm going to say wire click remove from array. So I'm just going to call a function called remove, and this function is going to pass in a key. Okay, so in that function, I'm going to create that function right here inside the create. So I'm going to call a function. This function is going to be called remove, just like I labeled it there, and I'm going to be passing in a key. So in this situation, what I'm going to be doing is array pop. So I can't, not array pop, but actually let's actually look at this. Yeah, remove what's this? Remove item from array PHP by key. That's exactly what I want to do. So of course, Geeks for Geeks has everything. So we have the array over here. We have the array over here, right? So using unset, the unset function, we can see unset array 2, right? So which means if we come in here and take that key, and then we use this unset function over here, right? We're going to pass in the array. The name of the array is this products list. And then we're going to pass in the key. So this will be the key. And that's it. So that given that situation, we're going to actually test this out. So I'm going to come in here, put in umbrellas, I'm going to put in 15 of them at 410 each, and I'm going to add that to the list. If I click on this button, it should erase this without fail, just like that. So now if I come in here, I'll do a safety box. I'll come in here in 50 for 60 and add to the list. I'll come in here, add the safety box. Quantity will be 48, and the recommended price is 90. I'll put it at 100, and I'll add to the list. Okay, so I want to get rid of the first one, so that's what I'll do, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So that being done, I'd like to also make the sad button a bit smaller. So btn sm, I think that's the function, or btn xs. I'll do xs first, and then I'll just add an item and add to list. So the button is not going any smaller. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. I know this FAS, FAXS can work. I know that works most of the time. So luggage quantity will be 12, 120. So this will be 1440. But you can see the icon has become smaller. So I don't know how to make this button smaller. So that's a bootstrap function. I'm kind of forgetting. Bootstrap make btn smaller. So the answer will be these ones. Yeah, you can see this btn xs. That's exactly what it was, but it says that it's been removed in anything higher than bootstrap 4. So I think I'll just use btn sm. Yeah, let's see if it actually works. So 12 for 25, give me 5100. Yes, it's smaller now. It's not as, you know, small as I'd like it, but it does the job, right? Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now there's this button called make purchase. This is the heaviest and bulkiest function. The heaviest and bulkiest function in this situation that we are in right now. Okay, so I'm going to hit function. And then I'm going to come in here and say make purchase. I want to see if I can actually click on make purchase, and then it does a modal. This modal will allow me to, you know, actually call which which payment method I've made, how much it is that I've paid, so that it can also record it in the payments. But as of now, let's actually just do make purchase. Wire click. Make purchase. I'll just do that. Wire click make purchase. And then we'll go back to create. We create that function make purchase. And what happens in this situation is we have a list of products inside here, right? We have a list of products inside here, and this is all we're going to be using, right? So all we just need to do is for a for each loop. Yeah, for a for each loop. Going and sifting through each and every one of these products that have been added onto the list. So this is in essence what's going to happen. Let's just have a look at this. So I'm going to come in here, let's say add multiple products, 120, add to list, right? Then we add this, 12 more, and at 240. And then add the same luggage rack and number 5. But then this time will be 125, and then we'll go ahead and do the quantity being 15, then add 2. So you can see these two are the same product. This is a different product. The quantities are pretty much what 12, 15. So in the end, I should have added about what's this, 24 plus 15, that would be 39. So I'd have added 39 products into the system at different unit costs, of course, but then the total cost of it all would have been 61.95 in addition for what the products will have cost. And of course, the total value of them all will be inclusive of VAT. So in each and every single time we're doing a resale, we'll take the recommended price. Of course, we're always going to go by the recommended price levels that we have set for the system. And once we go by that, we'll be able to calculate, what the profits will be, what the losses would be if we bought a particular unit of items at a certain price. And that's the advantage that we get when we are tracking each and every single commodity by its specificity, instead of tracking a whole luggage rack and tracking them all in conjunction with one another. So each unit over here, each of these 12 will be priced at 120, and each of these 15 will be priced at 125. And that's how we go about, really building all of this in good time. So now let's just adjust this. So going forward, we would want to, when we click the make purchase, it goes through each and every one of these and then selects, say for example this one. All right, so if this one has 12, then there's going to be a for loop saying that, okay, between 0 and a number less than 12, which is 11, between 0 and 11 or 1 and 12, create a new product item in the system with this product description and with this cost. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's going to be a for each loop sifting through all of these first, and then there's going to be a for loop inside that for each loop sifting through each and every one of these details. So let's go back to the code and see what we can do over here. So for each of these product items, of course we have the key and we have the value, so we're going to deal with both the key and the value, of course. So we have the key and then the item. Now for each of these product items with key and item, we're going to go through a certain for loop. So in this for loop, this is what's going to happen. So I is equal to 0, I is equal to, so there's a way we've already set up how the products list is going to be seen. The 0 position is supposed to be the product ID. The 1 position is going to be the quantity, and the 2 position is going to be the price. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to come in here and do a new, what's this? We're going to say product item is equal to new product item. Right? So we're creating a new product item, and then we'll start with the product item product description ID. So the product description ID is equivalent to, okay, well, first this one, we're going to take the item first, and we're going to do we're dealing with the quantity in this situation. So when dealing with the quantity, we're going to take position 1, right? Such that when from 0 till anything less than the quantity, yeah, that's where we finish it off. So let's see. So we'll create the new product item. We'll add the product description ID, which is essentially this at position 0. Right? Then we'll go ahead and do the price as well. So the price will be this item at position 3. So you just need to end with semicolons. Position 3 or position 2, sorry. It's position 2. And then we're going to also create the, what's this? Let's just actually check the product items table. So the product items table, there's also the SQ number. So the SQ number also has to be generated. So this one will be product item SQ number, and this will be at str random, then we'll be doing 9 because that's what the DB expects of us. So I'm going to just import that str package over here, which is eliminate support str, and that function is complete. So now once we completed it there, we're just going to come in here and do product item save, and then we're going to come in here and then so that's for each product item. Yeah, we're going to take the item, doing the ID, right? The ID is already there. We're doing it with the quantity that's already been set. Then once we finish it, when we loop to the next section, we're going to succeed, and then after that we're just going to come in here and say this emit done. Okay, so now before we go ahead and deal with that, we have to also create a new purchase. So I'm going to come in here and do a purchase is equal to new purchase. Okay, now in the purchases table, this is what happens in the purchases table, if I may. So I'm going to come into the database. We're going to go to the purchases table, which is over here, purchases table, and I'm going to open it on the side. So it's the purchase date and the supplier ID. Okay, so in this situation we have not selected the supplier, and that's where we probably go wrong with this. So before we even continue, we know that we have to declare this purchase inside here, inside our mount function over here. So instead of doing purchase is equal to new purchase, I'm going to say this purchase is equal to new purchase, and then I'm going to come in here and do public purchase and then purchase. Now here are the rules about it. I'm going to come in here and do protected rules is equal to what I need from this purchases side of things is the supplier ID, and this will be the thing is it's constrained, so I can't set it to be nullable because each and every single purchase has to be having a source. It should be required. Okay, and there's no uniqueness that is required. Then when you come to the purchase date, it also should be required. So I'm going to come in here and say purchase date. Now all of these listed here are supposed to belong to purchases. So I'm just going to come in here and then I'm going to do purchase dot, and that's how we go about doing things in Livewire. I'm going to be repeating that. I'm going to be emphasizing it, and it's going to be very nice, in fact. So now, since these are also the rules, I think I'll also add the same rules to protect all these other ones. So the product ID is required, quantity is required, price is required. So I'm just going to come in here and add those. So product ID. So product underscore ID required, and I'm going to do the same for quantity and price. Quantity and price, such that if I come back down here and click on this make purchase, first thing you're supposed to tell me is this validate. Actually, in fact, I'm going to do this validate only. Okay. Or not validate only, really. Actually, yeah, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these ones I'm going to take these ones. This is the purchase supply ID and the purchase date. I'm going to take only those ones. Those are the only ones that need to be validated by this function over here. So I'm just going to come in here, open the brackets and paste those down. And these are the only things that need to be validated when it comes to this particular one. Then once we finish this for each loop, we have to actually save like the product item ID and the purchase ID into the pivot tables database. Now pivot table looks like this. This pivot table is for purchase. It's called the purchase product item table. This is what it is. So it takes the purchase ID and the product item ID and then, you know, links them together with that purchase. Great. So the next part for validation is this part for this one here, add to cart. So add to cart, I just need to validate first. So this validate, and that's it. So it's going to validate just this part over here. But in fact, I don't even need that protected rules part. I just think that it doesn't really need to be there. So I can just pass in different validators without putting any preference on one particular function to work with those validators. Such that if I come in here, go back to this, and then I come in, click add list, then there should be an error popping up underneath here or underneath here or underneath here. And that's what we need. I'm just going to scroll down, go back to create, and then go to the form that we created here. So this one will be, this is where the errors usually are. I'll come and do quantity here. So this is for quantity. This one will be for price, and then the next one will be for this next one will be for product ID. So if I come in here and click add to list, there's that product ID field is required, quantity field is required, and yeah, we move on with life. So I can see on the chat, Yaren, welcome to the stream. Hi, what's up? What's good? I hope you're doing well. I'm seeing a C with an S, with an S accent at the bottom. That's very common with Turkish people. I don't know if that's where you're from, but welcome to the stream, my G. Yeah, so let's continue. So the safety box, for example, if I come in here, add to list, you can see product ID field is still required. So there's something wrong with this particular piece, as you can see. So you can, if I come in here, click umbrella, you see this one is not disappearing, right? So there's a there's a problem with that particular function right there, especially when we're dealing with multiple validation places in this function right here. So let's see, add to cart is working, but then it's the validations that are bringing a bit of a problem. All right, so I'm going to add the luggage rack. I'm going to put 10 items, and then I'm going to put the recommended price of 120. If I come in here, hit add over here, it should work. I just don't understand why these errors are still there. No, I don't get it. But we'll figure it out eventually. Maybe it's just a loading problem. Maybe it just needs to add some wire ignores somewhere. Okay, so back to the UI. back to the UI, there was something that we were doing in this situation. So once we click on make purchase, it should actually purchase that. It should run this function that's over here, right? This make purchase function, which checks for the supplier as a purchase date and the supplier ID. So going back to the UI, we need to add the purchase date and supplier ID columns, of which just need a little bit of a tweak just up here. So before we do the column 12, there'll be one column 6, so column md6 dot column 12, and then I'll do it twice actually, times 2. Okay, so the first one will be for this input for the select, and this one will be bootstrap 5 form select. This one will be for supplier, then label for supplier ID. Now I've developed the guts to actually pronounce that name, Hersin or Herchin or something. I don't know. Herchin. I don't know. I don't know. You'll probably tell me in the chat. So form control, because I know form select doesn't work. Then we go to select one. We'll delete all of these. We'll do a for each. So in the for each loop over here, we'll do app model supplier all as supplier, and then we'll do an OPT option. The value will be supplier ID. And then the next one will be supplier name. Yeah, that's where we go. It would be ideal if we knew that this supplier could supply a particular product, right? And then we only filter out this product description based on the supplier that we choose. Could be ideal. So now this second place will be the date. So I'll put an input. The input will be a form input, of course, and this one will be purchase date. Placeholder, enter the purchase date. I don't think enter the purchase date. This one will be what date? Not datetime local, but date. Okay, actually datetime local will work. Datetime local, and then this is label for what? Purchase date. So now here on purchase date, it should actually have been date time instead of date, but we set it as date. I don't know if we should carry on with it being as a date. I think I'll just keep it as a date, just to make it simpler. Just keep it as a date, and then date. Okay, so on the select side of things, we're just going to come in here and replicate this error quantity. We're going to put in what purchase dot supplier underscore ID. What's the VS Code theme? Oh, welcome to the stream, Harrison. What's the VS Code theme? Team. What's my VS Code theme? I actually have no idea. The last time I set it was about a few months ago, and it's always been saved with my VS Code profile. Let's see. Uh, oh, that's not it. That's not the command to check. Anyway, I've forgotten the command to check. I can't even believe this. Preferences, settings, theme. I'm sure community material theme, darker, high contrast. And then of course the icon theme is the VS Code icons. I could do the dark, default dark, or the dark plus material. I don't know how the others would look, but yeah. This one is I'm sure I checked it out the last time I was setting it up, and this was like the best for me in terms of like how my eyes see things and everything. So yeah, that's my VS Code theme. I've forgotten the command to check that. Let's actually do this. So yeah, I've totally like effed it. But nah, these are too many keyboard shortcuts to actually check. No worries, man, no worries. Okay, so let me close this purchases table. We finished coding out this UI. We finished up with the date. I'm just going to copy this one and paste it in place of this small text. And then this won't be supply ID anymore, but this will be purchase date. Right, so now we have the supplier and we have the purchase date all set up. Thing about this is that once we add to the list, like let's say for example we add this to the list, these ones won't be reset. So let's say with this one and this, so I'm going to add a mini fridge to the list. So I'm going to add 2 of them, the recommended price, and then add that to the list. So these are not being reset. Again, we go to the umbrella, we go to the quantity, maybe say 15, then recommended price for 20, I can put it at for 25, and that will be like that. And then when I hit make purchase, now make purchase will validate only this, and then also check on the products list. This make purchase button will be showing if there was nothing on this list, and that's the beauty about this. So now we go back to the create function. We go back to the create view. I don't know, model. I don't know what to call this. So we're at the make purchase situation. This validates, so it's going to validate this, and then after validating that, it's only going to save the purchase date and the supplier ID. So after that, it's going to come in here, and then I'm just going to come in here and say this purchase save. Okay, so this purchase save, and then after that I'm going to come in here for each product item I save. I'm going to come in here and do a product item, and then for product items have purchases, and then I'm going to attach the purchase ID. So I'm going to say this purchase ID. After that is done, I'm going to say this emit done, then pass in a statement over here saying, okay, first of all, it needs to have a key called success, and then we give it the message successfully made the purchase. Now, the thing about this is that once the items have already been added into the system, what we need to do in this situation is we have to reset these purchases. So in this situation, we have to reset these purchases, right? And then we'll say is equal to new purchase. And it's not this purchases, but this purchase is equal to new purchase, and we just save it like that. So in essence, this will be reset. We'll also reset the supplier ID. We'll say this reset, then we'll come and do we'll do these ones. Okay, and then yeah, that's it. I think that's done. I don't know if this one will actually work, but let's see. Right, so we're going to select a supplier. This is going to be Weston. The purchase date will be on the 15th. The product we're talking about, we're going to add multiple products. 15 products to 45. Okay, we've added that product. We're going to add another one, umbrella. The umbrella is going to be, how many am I buying? 55. The recommended price would be for 20. I'll do for 15. Then I'll add one more. I'll add this same laundry bag. Say add the same laundry bag. And before we go on, successfully made the purchase number, and then I'll just do 170. But the bad thing is, if I save this, oh sorry, not 170, but purchase ID. If I save this, I have to start again, like redoing this, you know, that data entry again. So this purchase ID, and that's it. So yeah, let's just start again. I'm going to select Weston. I'm going to come in here, do March 14th. The product description, luggage rack, quantity. The quantity into the number of items, this will be 25. I'll do it at 125, and I'll add it to the list. This will give me 31.25. I'll come and select another product. Safety box, I'll come in and do 55 safety boxes, 150. Add to list. Okay, I'll click on make the purchase. Let's see what happens. The supplier ID field is required and the purchase date field is required. So what happened here is, oh yes, what happened here is we didn't do a wire model. Yeah, that's what's happened. So wire model, yeah, and then just come in here and do this. I'm going to do the same for this one, wire model. So I'm going to put the wire model in the select tag, not the option tag. Then this wire model, purchase supply ID, this one becomes purchase date. Yeah. Okay, so again, let's try again. Done. So you can see it cannot bind property purchase date without a validation rule present in the rules array on Livewire component, which is a bummer, really. The rules array on the Livewire component. The rules array on the Livewire component. So that's why we needed this. We needed this to stay there. So I'm going to do protected rules. And that's how we go about this. Okay, so I'm going to select one. I'm going to select the date. Select one, safety box, 55 of them, 190. Yeah. Select another one, safety box. Now this one I'm going to select a mini fridge. I'm going to select 20 of them, 110. Add to list. Make purchases. You can see the property product items not found on component admin purchases create. That's because I know what I've done. This product items is key item. Product item is equal to new. That one is okay. What problem occurred? Yeah, product items not found. Product item purchases. Product item purchases. There's products list. There's products list here. But where is it appearing? Property product items not found on component admin purchase create. Why is this product items appearing? Control F. It's not a result here, but let's see, it's a result here. For each of these product items, no, this one should have been this products list. Yeah, this should have been products list instead of product items. Let me just cancel the Vite loading, and then I come in here and save this so that we can see what is going down. So I'm going to come in here, click on make purchase. Let's see if it will work. You can see property purchase did not found on component admin purchases create. So the problem with that is because when we come to confirming this here, purchase date. Purchase should be this purchase, this purchase, this purchase, purchase date, this purchase. So this one is not found on component admin purchases create. So admin, this is purchase date, purchase date. Should be here somewhere. Property purchase date not found on component admin purchases. I'm trying to see. There's something I'm missing here. Yeah, there's something I'm missing here, definitely. There's that one, and then there's that one, which is fine. But this one looks like it might not be spelled well here. And if it's a spelling situation, I swear I'm going to really throw a fit. Purchase ID, product item ID, let's see the purchases table. Purchase date, supplier date, that's okay. So it's either that I've declared it here somewhere it's not supposed to be declared, or the same goes for this place here. No, if this is going to be reset like this, then there's no need to do that. Okay, so fine. Make purchase number, it's not done anything. What I wanted to do then, reset product items. And it should have actually passed it as an array. This one should be product items. But it reset everything anyway. If I go to view purchase list, it should show me my 171, 2, 3, and 4 because I have attempted to do it multiple times. So you can see this 12650 is the actual figure that we were dealing with. Let's do it again. This, and then we do 14th, product description, umbrella, quantity is 15, 430 is the price. I'm going to add this to the list. Great, so now the umbrella is going to be added, the total cost is there. So I'm going to just make the purchase, 64.50. You can see this property product items not found on component admin purchases create. So why is that? It's products list. I keep on making that mistake. Samuel Mwangi, welcome to the stream, my brother. Welcome. I see you in the comments, in the chat. Thank you for joining. We're full of mistakes and errors, and at the end of the day, we complete the system. What is it? There's products list. There's somewhere I was supposed to rectify this. I don't know if it was. Why did I declare this? I said inside make purchase, reset product items instead of products list. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was supposed to do. So if I make this purchase again, successfully made the purchase number, and it's not going to concatenate this purchase ID. Oh, because this purchase is new purchase, so I think this should have been the last thing. Okay, so let's make another purchase from Natasha Ward on the 13th. We'll make a safety box, and then the quantity should be 19. The recommended price should be 180, or the price should be 180, and then I'll add to the list, and then I'll make the purchase. So 177, that's it. So now if I go to view the purchases, I have it here. So number of products were 19. Over here there's 75. So if I come in here and view like the purchases that I made, you can see the safety box is here, 55 of them, mini fridge 20. I've made those purchases, and it also describes who my supplier is. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So this is working perfectly in terms of adding the purchases. If I want to add now add a new purchase, like say from this person, make a purchase date 15th, product description, umbrella. Now this is the thing. I don't want to declare a purchase date that is later than today. Yeah, you can see in the chat. Glad to catch you live. Been watching your streams, and thanks for the great stuff. Kudos. Thanks, my G. Thanks for always tuning in. You know, I'm only doing my best to make sure that, you know, most of these concepts are not taken for as very complicated to learn. It's just a matter of logic. Every single thing. By the way, I need to point this out on stream so that if I'm going to be clipped or quoted or whatever, it better be done in the right way. Every single piece of technology that we have operates on create, read, update, and delete. Every single one. So, guys, if you ever want to make a project work, just focus on, okay, if this technology will enable me to do create, read, update, and delete, then I probably can create literally anything that I need to create. And that's how I have come up with this particular application, this whole, inventory application. And we've done it in eight episodes, dashboard, customer, suppliers, measurement units, brands, product categories, products, purchases. And now we're done with purchases. We're moving on to sales. This is how that's literally how simple it is. I wanted to save that as a clip as well, just post it as a shot. But yeah, that's literally what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that most people can actually see that it's just a matter of once you design your database and have a picture about how it's going to actually appear, then the robustness is always going to be up to you. So yeah, that's I'm glad that you also, you're getting it, you're understanding it, and this is also available for you to check out over and over and over again. I'm not going to cut out anything. That's why I'm doing it live, so that once we run into a mistake, you can actually see that I notice we've run into a mistake, or rather, if I'm doing it live with you guys, you can point me to the right direction if you're pointing out the mistake before me. So yeah, and this is pretty much how we go about things. So yeah, Sam, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's try again. So this purchases date. This purchases date. I'll want this 15th to not be an option because we are still on 14th, and I don't want to add a purchase date that's later than today. And again, yeah, let's actually do that. So all I just need to do in this situation is I'll go back to the create on this purchase date, do a maximum, and then I'll come in here and just do carbon now, and then to date string. So now, because we need to import the full package in our blade templates, it just needs to be carbon, and then \carbon. I'll save that and we'll see what happens in this situation. So I'm going to refresh this. Let's see what happens. So you can see I can't select 15th. That's it. In the chat, I agree as well. Adam Wathan did a fantastic talk that I should recommend to anyone starting out, titled Crowdy by Design. Yeah. I actually saw a piece of that at some point. I said I was going to watch it, and I don't know, I think I got held up with other stuff. But yeah, thanks for shouting it out. Yeah, Crowdy by Design. I'll go and check it out. Let's actually just pull it up. And no, you're not interrupting the stream, G. It's all good. We're all here to learn. Crowdy by Design. Yeah, there we go. So this is it. Crowdy by Design, by Adam Wathan. And yeah, we'll check it out. Definitely, it's a 40-minute stream. So yeah, that's generally it. I think I saw I don't think I remember watching it, by the way. I remember the opening scenes, but I can't remember watching it in full. Okay, so let's continue. So purchases are done. If we view the purchase list and we get a feel of everything, all we just need to do now is view the purchases that we've made, right? We don't have any payment methods that have been declared down here. No payment methods have been declared. There's something about this also in terms of VAT and all that stuff. I also need to probably make VAT a bit more dynamic. So let's say quantity 20, recommended price will do 95. Then we'll add to the list. So you can check that once we go down here, of course the total cost is 1900 because that's 20 by 95. And then the total will be 1637. VAT is 262.07, and then the complete total is 1900. Right, so this VAT needs to go into account somewhere so that we can be able to say, okay, once we've made this purchase and we've made it inclusive, we have to also have a certain place or certain tab that says we are checking it, saying that it's inclusive of VAT, right? So if it's inclusive of VAT, then the VAT pops up over here and then does 2.67. If it's not inclusive of VAT, we have to also declare whether or not VAT is supposed to be accounted in this situation, such that if we are accounting for VAT in a situation like this, the 1900, we need to add 16% onto it. And then, you know, the total is also accumulated right there. So we'll also need to create a taxes table, which makes sense. So yeah, let's move on. Let's move on further, and we'll come back to the VAT situation once we've finished CRUDing most of every single other piece of data that we need to CRUD over here. Now we'll talk about sales. This operation for sales is literally it's the pinnacle of the application. It's what drives the business, sales. Not even purchases. Purchases can be recorded like even without having this whole cruddy feel of things. Sales is what is the driving force of every single operation here. And it might be easier to craft out sales than purchases. I don't know. It might be easier to craft out sales than purchases, given that purchases took us literally 2 streams to complete. 2.5 if we're including this one, because we did it in episode 6, we did it 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago in episode 7, and now we've done it halfway, like in episode 8. Can I say halfway? I can say halfway, right? Because we've been 1 hour in, and I'm planning on streaming for about 2-3 hours, 3 hours, give or take. So sales might take some time. I'm trying to actually think what it is that we need to craft out in sales, because we're also dealing with customers. We're dealing with credit purchases, credit sales. That means that we're crafting out the sales themselves without actually talking about the sales payments. So which means there'll be someone who owes us a certain amount of money. So if we're doing purchases, actually let's just go back to purchases for a second. If we view these purchases and all of them don't have payment methods, then it means that we actually owe people. We actually owe people all this money that is over here, which is very interesting. And how do we track all those payments when we look at this? When we look at everything over here, we're tracking those payments using, like, let's say for example, we look at purchase payments. Where is it? So there's a payments table, and then there's purchase payments table. So payment is sales payments. Purchase payments is over here. So we're tracking it using the purchase order, payment method, and amount, right? So purchase orders, that's the purchase payments. So if we're dealing with purchase orders, right, there are some times that purchase orders might not be fulfilled. But let's look at it like this. Yeah, purchase orders might not be fulfilled in the sense that you'll order for something, but the supplier might not give you each and every single thing. So if we're tracking purchase payments using the purchase orders, then we might not be able to actually deal with every single thing. If we're able to go to the purchases table and just create a purchase order ID and make it nullable, in the sense that once we create a purchase order, there's a possibility that the purchases table might actually be fulfilling it, or the purchases that we're making might actually be fulfilling it, then it makes sense. So let's look at these payments properly. We might not actually use the purchase order ID. We might be using the purchases ID, the purchase ID. from the purchases table, such that these purchases are actually what the purchases are actually what constitutes the us paying. We're paying for the things that we've already bought, not for the order that we have already made, unless we're doing advance payment, of which that comes now when we're talking about delivery and all that stuff. So which means this database tables might expand in the long run. So let's not dwell so much more into purchase payments. Let's just start with sales and actually see what's going on. So as per default, just like purchases, we always craft out a table showing the purchases that we've made and so on and so forth. So we're going to go here and view sales list. Now in view sales list, we're just going to craft out some piece of UI. I'm sure we did some seeding of some data for the sales seeder. We haven't done anything to do with the sales. So now I thought we actually did something to do with the sales. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell some stuff by proxy, and that's what the sales seeder is going to be doing for us. So in essence, there's no data that's going to be deleted in the database. This existence of purchases and sales is an existence of existence of the sales table is like a soft deleter for all the product items that are existing in the system. So that's in essence what I'm going to be using this for. So class sales seeder, extend seeder, public function run. We're going to make how many sales? Let's see, for each. Okay. For each, we're going to actually sell each commodity here. So app models, product item, or rather let's do product description. Product description all. So app models product. Oh, let's just do it like this. Yeah, let's import the app models namespace. Why is it not done that? So and then as product. So we know that this product has multiple items attached to it. So we're just going to randomly choose, we're just going to randomly choose a number of items to sell. So I'm just going to come in and do a for loop in this situation. So I'm going to do for loop for I is equal to 0, I is less than, and then I'm going to come in here, do product items. So I'm going to do product items, and then I'm going to come in here and do random. I'm going to circle it with the count first of all. I'm going to circle it with the count first, and then I'm going to take this entire thing. Let's Control X on it. I'll do a random value between 1, because the lowest ID there is 1, and the count product items, so just a random, and then we're going to try and sell between that. So talking of this particular product item, we'll take the product item and sell it, right? Think so. So in the sales, what happens in the sales, of course we're going to create a new sale. Of course we're going to create a new sale, and for each sale, let's create a very complex algorithm that makes it look a lot more realistic. We're going to have multiple sales, right? I want to make 5 sales, so I'm going to do for loop. I'm going to do a for loop. And to do like say 15 sales. right? And I++. I want to do 15 sales. For each of these sales, I'm going to be selecting from a list of all these products. I don't know how many I'm going to be selecting from these products, but each of these products are going to be sold. I might not want to actually sell this product, sell one particular product. Or rather, not every single customer is going to be selling, but is going to be buying a particular product. All the products. There's some that they'll be leaving behind, and just like a supermarket, like you can't buy the whole supermarket. So in this situation, we're doing 15 sales, right? So this means that there are 15 customers coming in. So I'm going to come in here, and then I'm going to do sale is equal to new sale. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here and attach this sale, then this customer ID is equal to, I'm going to do a random, and then it's between 1 and then the count of customer, which is a model, so add models, then all. And then I'm going to save that, and then of course the sale date will be equal to can I do a random date? How do we do a random date using Carbon? Okay, Carbon parse. Okay, Carbon now actually. I'm just going to do Carbon now. Yeah, so any date between now and sub days. And then I'm going to do a random again, a random between 0, yeah, so it could be today, and 121. Let's say 121 days from now, from 121 days ago. And after doing that, we just save. So save. That's it. Now after doing that, we do it's just like the purchases actually. It's not so different. So for each product description, all those products, we're going to create, we're going to sell each product, right? So in order for us to sell this product, all we just need to do is attach the product item. So product item, I'll just do item is equal to product item. This is just for like reiteration, just in case we can't access the sales function from this particular side. But okay, maybe just do it in case. Yeah, I think we'll just fake date time between 121 days. We could do that. We could do that actually. But I want it to be random. I want it to be fully random. And actually, yeah, this will still work. Let's see. Faker is equal to factory, not from Carbon. Create. Let's actually try and see if it will work. Thanks for that, Sam. The function should actually be faker date time between. So start date is 30 years and date is now. So I'll come and do 121 days. I'll do minus 121 days and now. So by default it's now, so I can just leave it like that. Yeah. So this is what you meant, I'm sure. Pardon me asking, and then rather than retrieving all the products from the database, hydrate the models just to count. Hydrate the models just to count. You may product count, which one is more performant? There's a function called product count. Now that's something I didn't know. I had no idea. Look at that. Look at that. I'm learning new things. I'm learning new things. Juan Matos, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, brother. Oh, sister, I don't know. I don't know. Wow. So it's actually there. All this time. All this time. Let's actually look at it from the Laravel documentation. I want to see this and just feel stupid at the end of the day. Yeah. Count. Yeah, this was my recent one. I was looking at the flatten function. I thought it was deprecated, but it actually works. Will it be there? Count. Come on. Okay, flatten is here. Fine, I found flatten, but I need counts. Counting related models, count. This is the one. Okay, count. So the count method returns the total number of items in the collection. So count. It's just literally. That's it. That's crazy. Okay. I have actually never known that that function exists. And I've never known that function exists. I've always, like since Laravel 5, I've always been doing the count method from PHP. I've never known that function exists. That's actually crazy. Even this, okay, the faker, yeah, but I mean, I think both of these actually just perform the same, because I know the levels of the faker function for the create and the levels of the carbon function. I'm sure they work pretty much the same, because it's only it's actually this one might work slightly slower because it's taking in more variables, slightly slower, just slightly, like a millisecond maybe. So we'll save the cell, the cell, and then we'll attach from the product items. So we'll come in here and take. So okay, this one fetches the array and then this brings the count. But if the function already happens in the back like a queue, then it might already have the count function. Let's actually check it out. If this actually works, bro, you saved me a ton of, efforts in terms of thinking about, most of these different ways of just counting the entire collection. Okay, so product items count, and then from this point here, I'm going to take this. So I'm going to come in here, take this product items, sales, okay. But then you see now the product items can only be sold once. Okay, that's why product items can only be sold once, right? If we go to the sales product item, so this product item ID needs to be unique. Okay, needs to be unique. And once we come back to the sales area, let's actually go back to the let's actually do where's the purchases? Where's the purchases? If we go to the purchases, you can see we have the supplier, we have the product items. This belongs to many product item, purchase product item. So if we're doing the sale has to also have the same thing. But it's literally like, okay, when we're looking at it, sorry, power dropped. Hey, Polisana, my G. I know you don't want to stick on here using Safaricom bundles and all that stuff. It's a hefty price to pay. Let's think. So I'm going to come in here and copy this into the sales table. So product items belongs to many product item. This will be sale product item. I'm sure that's how I labeled this one, although that's not as per convention. Sale product item. It's because these are two. This is a compound name right here, so that's why I put it as the last one. But I'm sure this is not by convention. There's another function I need to add to the product items model. So I'm just going to save this, go back to the product items model. So we have purchases, we also have sales. Purchases class, purchase product item, this one will be sale, and this one will be sale class. And that's it. So once we come in here, product item sale, is it sale or sales? It's sales. So we're going to come in here and do sales, right? And then we're going to call a function called attach. Okay, so this attach, we will just attach what? The sale ID. Right. But we might have not run this the way we needed to do it. So random 1 and product items count I++. We're supposed to select which product item in this situation we're selling. So because this is going to be an array and we're supposed to select one from this array, I'm just going to pass in here I. Now this random is going to change all the time. That's the problem. So I'm just going to cancel this out, and then I'm just going to say quantity is equal to that quantity, like so, so that that quantity doesn't change until we do the loop again. So let's see how this fares on, because I think that's done. Okay. PAMFS. Let's drop all the tables and seed them again. Let's see what happens in this situation. Right? Product items are seeding. Oh yeah, we didn't put this sale seeder in this. I doubt it's going to even check for that because it's running from the old file. So once it's done with the purchases seeder, it won't seed the sales. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. And this time we're going to have a look at. I'm going to have a look at this table called sales PQRS as sale product item. So the purchases seeder, purchases is being done. Sales is not yet being done. So after purchases, we move to sales. The thing about purchases is purchases allows us to create the items into the system, but sales won't delete the items from the system. It just needs to attach a sales activity with that particular product, and then we will know that this item is sold. And now we have a problem. So you have the field sale price doesn't have a value, doesn't have a default value. So I'm going to come in here, sale price. We were not supposed to have sale price, right? So this is the sales table. Then there's the sale product item, sale price for each product item. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yeah. Right. So that single product item, how much was it sold for? That's very precise. I even forgot about that. How am I forgetting about that? Surely. Yeah, so I remember eradicating that same purchase price from this table over here, but we can't eradicate it from the sale over here because we really need to acquire this sale price. I don't know if a pivot table is supposed to really store anything apart from, like, I don't know if a pivot table is going to be able to store the sale price. But let's actually do it regardless. This is going to be the next challenge. Where's the seeder? The sales seeder. Okay, so down here we're supposed to store the sale price. Okay, now if we go back to the attached, how are we able to check where this one has been attached to? to make things much easier. My browser is now starting to hang. Is it that this documentation is quite heavy, or is it that I've opened too many browser tabs? Let's see. Let's see if this thing will load faster. Faster? There's something I need. The function. It's not loading. I need the function, not the... I think this is it. Okay, these are custom casts. I don't need that one. I need the one for many-to-many relationships. So relationships. Many-to-many relationships, retrieving intermediate table columns. I think this is what I was looking for. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. So you can see this role side of things has a users, then there's that belongs to many. So as you've already, this is what it's quoting. As you've already learned, working with many-to-many relationships requires the presence of an intermediate table. Eloquent provides some very helpful ways of interacting with this table. For example, let's assume our user model has many role models that it's related to. After accessing this relationship, we may access the intermediate table using the pivot attribute on the models. So pivot, that's it. Like that's literally it. But can I update it? Now that's another question, right? Because there's also this one for with pivot. This return this belongs to many role class with pivot active created by. Notice that each role model we retrieve is automatically assigned a pivot attribute. This attribute contains a model representing the intermediate tables, and by default only the model keys will be present on the pivot model. So only the model keys will be present on the pivot model. If your intermediate table contains extra attributes, you must specify them when defining the relationship. Right? Oh, wow. So I need to declare them, right? So I need to declare inside, like, let's say, for example, my product items model. This is my product items model. It's just here. So inside my product items model, when I declare this belongs to many, I need to come in here and say with pivot. Okay, and then I have to declare the column that I've created. So it could be plural, it could be singular. Actually, it's not even going to be in an array. So I need to come in here and say sale price. And that's it. That's literally it. So if you'd like your intermediate table to have a created at and updated at timestamp that are automatically maintained by Eloquent, call the with timestamps method when defining the relationship. Of course, we have the timestamps ready, Now after doing that, can we update it? Now that's the question. So customizing the pivot attribute name, as noted previously, attributes from the intermediate table may be accessed on models via the pivot attribute. However, if you are free to customize the name of this attribute to better reflect its purpose within your application. So I can do that, right? So I can update the pivot columns from what it's saying. You can store additional columns in the pivot table. In the many-to-many relationships, you can tag on with pivot and then the columns. Yeah, thanks, man. I already done that. I've just seen that. I think you posted that before I realized it. Yes, you can update the pivot columns. So, like what's like the function? What's the function to? Because whenever I create this table, like whenever I create this, when I attach, it means that it's going to like create it. Then after attaching it, I need to like save also the sale price. I don't know. It's interesting. You may use the update existing pivot method. Oh, update, yeah. Okay, so looks like we found it. If you need to update an existing row in your relationships intermediate table, you may use the update existing pivot method. This method accepts the intermediate record foreign key and an array of attributes to update. Great. So in this situation, can we make the sales price nullable? But I don't want to make the sales price nullable because now that's also prone to like some malicious attacks. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, you can update the pivot columns. Yeah, that's, you said that already. So with pivot sell price. Let's see. Where's this sell seeder? Can I update existing? Can I call that function on this one? Update existing pivot. This one here. Let's try and see. Oh, shit. Update existing pivot and then so we're doing product item sale, attach, and then update existing pivot. So we'll run the sale ID first. So we'll run the sale ID first. And then after running the sale ID, but can this be done? Oh, sorry, sale ID, can this be done? That's the next question. Sale price. So the sale price that I want to be linked to this is coming in from the product itself, right? So the product and the product price. All right, so I'll take the product price and then, you know, I want to add a 25% profit maybe. So 1.25. Yeah. If that will make sense. Let's see if that will work. Okay, let's relax. Let's relax and see if that will work. Pass the extra columns as a second parameter to attach as an array. Pass the extra columns as a second parameter to attach as an array. Really? Oh, okay. Let this run first, we see what happens. I'm sure it will throw an error because updating means that it has to be stored in the DB. If it's going to be stored in the DB, it's going to be throwing an error saying that you can't leave the sale price blank. Yeah, exactly what I said. So let's see. I swear if this works. So just what I've done just now, right? Yeah, YouTube delay. It's in. Okay, the purchases is almost done. Let's see if the sales will actually run. Ooh, it's running. It's working. So this exact function is what we're going to be using for the sales side of things. So it's worked. Now, so if you come in here and look at, let's see. Oh, actually, I was supposed to look at this. Look at that. And you can see product item is not repeating itself on this side over here because it's unique. Great. So now let's move back to this side over here. I don't think we're ever going to use this part for edit. It's create index show. Are we going to edit purchases? I doubt it. Let's go to sales. Go to index. Okay, so we'll start with the container fluid. Kama kawaida, and then we do the page heading. In the page heading, we're going to call this sales list. Save that, and then we're going to come in here and develop a card. Margin top and margin bottom 5. Then we'll do card header. And H5 as well. And this H5 will list of sales made. Um, yeah, I think we're good. Then we'll do the card body. What am I doing? Table. What I'll do, table special or default. Let's just do default. Not a primary ID. Okay, actually, sale ID. Sale ID. We'll repeat the one from purchases. In fact, you know what? Yeah, why not? That's exactly what we're going to do. But then instead of purchases, we'll just do sales. And then we'll go to index for this one. Let's see what purchases index had. It just had this. So I'm just going to copy this actually. There's no need to reiterate myself. And then I'll come and just replace this with sales. Sale. Order by ID, descending, paginate, use with pagination. And then pagination theme, so protected pagination theme is equal to bootstrap. Right, and that's it. I think that's all. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we need to log in again. Forgot about that. You can see the list of purchases made is only 1. Why? I said we needed to make 15 purchases. And I know why. I know exactly why the problem is there. This happened to me the last time and I feel so stupid for repeating it again. There's a for loop over here. The variable that we're using here is I. Why am I using I in this for loop again? Why? I feel so stupid for making such a mistake again. J. Let's go. We'll see this again and this time it will work. This time it will work. Why I? Yeah? Why? Why I? You should have seen yesterday's stream, man. That thing was crazy. I was going up back and forth wondering why I'm crafting out I'm setting up 170 purchases and the only 2 are popping up. Why always I? Balotelli stance. Why always I? Why always I? This should be done now. Let's reload this. Sales is still being completed actually. This one should take less seconds, maybe like 15. Yes, now we've run into an error finally. So there's this thing for integrity constraint. You're not supposed to repeat the product item, right? So there's a situation where we can sort this out. Right? This sale ID is not supposed to repeat itself, or rather the product is not supposed to repeat itself. So let's see. see. Yeah, I'll do a while loop here. I've forgotten about while loops. Oh my god. Okay, while this product item has a sale. Okay? So I'm going to come in here and say if I'm going to count this, if I count this and it's greater than 0, then run this thing again. What? Not quantity. No. Quantity is fine. Quantity is fine. No. What we'll do, we'll hit continue. So this will be if. So the product item has a sales amount greater than that, then we'll just continue. So continue usually does what? It skips the loop and goes to the next one, right? Because break stops the loop. Continue skips it and goes to the next one. Right? Yeah. Because we don't want to like really refresh another product at this point. Like we're just checking, oh, is this product, has this product been sold? Okay, move to the next product. That's literally how the system is going to operate. Python again. Keep on selecting Python. Break statement stops the entire process of the loop. Continue statement only stops the current iteration. Yes, and then moves on to the next. Right. So I think we're good. So it's only done it twice this time round. So let's do it again. And we're seeding many products. I'm overwhelmed by the number of products that we've been seeding nowadays. If you see that seeder, if you look at that seeder, it's so robust. Let's actually look at it, product item seeder. It's so robust. Check this out. For each product description, all as description, then we do this again. We are going to create an item between 40 and 180 items for each product description. Now, the product description seeder is different. I have the run function, of course. There's the get food name, there's the get description name, there's the get toiletry name, there's the get toiletry description, there's the get bedding name, it's very robust. Get bedding description, get electronic name, get electronic description, get miscellaneous description. So all these functions, all of these work hand in hand to combine and produce all of this at the end, and then finally we create our product description. Very robust seeder, very nice indeed. Okay, look at this. Argument value must be of type countable array, belongs to many given. What? Yeah, we've run into another problem here. Let's go back to the sales seeder. We were supposed to count sales. Yes, of course. Instead of putting it in function, you need to put it in freaking, prose, whatever it's called. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I'm going to take credit for it all. Very heavily. Thank you. My goodness. Thank you so much. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy seeder. It's like one that makes you go loco. I think I crazed out with it. Okay, the purchases will work. Now the sales needs to work as well. Let's see if the sales will do it. Okay, it's probably done now. I'm sure. I mean, there are only 15 here, so it's probably going to take like 10 seconds. Should be done by now. But wait, it's iterating through all the product items. And then also the quantity is iterating through all the product items. It will be longer than the purchase seeder. It could be longer than the purchases seeder. Ooh. This could be longer than the purchases seeder. Interesting. Let's say 60 seconds, maybe. I don't know. Let's chill and relax. We'll be okay. How many have been crafted so far? How many sales have been crafted so far? Sales list, yeah. There are 12 sales that have been crafted so far. So which means it's almost done. For each sales, there's 28 products sold, 105 products sold, 112 products sold, 366 products sold, 953 products sold. Let's refresh again, we see. Are we on 13? We're on 14. So it's almost done. It's almost done. 15, there we go. 143 seconds. Why? Yeah, so and then this one is the total spent. Oh yeah. Now I need to edit this UI properly. Just need to. Okay, great. Let's see how this fares on. So let's go back to index. So we have this these items over here. Consider this thing, purchase date. It's actually supposed to be sale date. So for each sales as sale, and then I'm going to come in here and edit everything that has purchase to become sale first. Then over here it's supposed to be sale date. Then over here count purchase product items. It's supposed to be count sale product items. Actually, I didn't edit everything. So that's it. So sale total cost. Total cost is not a function that's inside here because the get total cost attribute. I know it's inside purchase the purchase model. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the models and see which functions I can copy from purchases to sales. Which functions I can copy. So there's this total cost attribute. So which has product items, of course. So total cost, there'll be total cost, which I will put no, not total cost. This one it's not the way. Let's do it like this. Yeah, let's go back to sale. We'll paste this function like this, and then before we say total cost, before we say that this is the actual total cost, this item price is actually the purchase price, right? What we're going to do in this situation is for each of these product items as item, we're going to take the item, and then we're going to look at the sale. Okay, and then we're going to get the pivot sales price, then return total cost. And okay, undefined property belongs to many pivot. Will this work? Property pivot does not exist on this collection instance. So the product items, sales, at least we're able to reach the sales. So for each this product items as item, total cost will be equal to the item. Then we go back to the sales, which is inside here. But one sale will have multiple product items. The collection sales is a collection, not a single model. The sales is a collection, not a single model. It's supposed to be a collection, right? So in this situation, the way it is set up like this, because this function, this is how I labeled the function inside the the product items model. Then pivot. How did we do? Let's go back to the seeder. I know I did this in the seeder just now. This is brutal. This is something totally new. It's a whole new concept that I need to actually understand. Okay, so we attached it with the sale price being a certain price. So how do we get the pivot? The sales is a collection, not a single model. I'm trying to understand what you meant. Because if I refresh this, undefined property. Wait, hold on. Can this work? Yeah, it's undefined function. Pivot sell price. Oh wait, we need to declare it, yes. So yeah, that's it. So undefined property, could it be? Oh, we declared it now, so I think things should be okay now. When in doubt, DD. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think this one should be it. Okay. When in doubt, DD. But how are we DDing from the model? Make me understand. How are we die dumping from the model? Right? Should be here somewhere. Should be here somewhere. Should be here somewhere. Mass assignment. Soft deleting. Relationships. Querying relations. Inserting related models. Working with pivot tables. That's where we are. Considers for each user roles as role. Echo role. Right, so echo for each user roles as role. So for each this product items as item, right? Item pivot. Should have worked like this from the very beginning. Let's move on. Let's just move on. We shall not work with this again. Let's edit something else over here. So dot purchases anywhere should actually be dot sales. Right. So this. Okay, let me just actually switch back on my npm or NRD for short. Why not? No one knows how to do that, by the way. NRD. Try that NRD on your side. It won't work. It will not work. I'll do a whole tutorial based on doing the custom commands, like PA means PHP artisan. PAMFS is PHP artisan migrate fresh seed. I think I've done a video on that actually, but I don't know. It's a very. I know some people may have known how to do it. Some people may still be looking for ways to shorten it and do that. It's not only available on Windows; it's also available on Linux and Mac. But on Mac, I think it's a bit tougher to set up. But yeah, it's easier on Windows and Linux, definitely. Right. Oh yeah, forgot about this. Okay, so now the functions that are going to be present as well inside my index are the delete function. Let's just go back to this whole HTTP live wire sales index, and then let's open purchases index on the side. There's no delete. There's no delete function. I should have created that delete function, but it's okay, it's all good. Then, at least we've only done a few. Admin sales show not defined. What? Let's go back to my... Oh yeah, first of all, PA make livewire. Admin sales show. I didn't create this view. I forgot about you. Anyway, and then now we need to go ahead and declare it in the web routes. So in my web routes over here, where my sales are, I'll just come in here and copy the edit, and then I'll do a find for edit. What the hell? Edit this one, right? And then I'll replace it with show. So once, twice, thrice. That's it. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. Save that. Close this. Close this. There's going to be a delete function here. So now, the thing about purchases, once you delete a purchase, you have to also delete the product items that have been created together with that purchase. Right. I see you in the chat. Samuel Mangi got dropped now. I have a migration to do at midnight. Enjoy your stream, and I'm glad you have to have caught the stream. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, brother. Cheers for joining the stream. And you know, yeah, as always, we'll see you. You know, every day from 9. I think every day from 9 p.m. I'll be doing a live stream. Hopefully, you know, we'll get to finish this by episode 15. I can see us doing that. I can see us finishing by episode 15. Yeah, so yeah, be sure to stay tuned, and always, I mean, as always, we'll always be finding each other on the dev space. So thank you so much for tuning in. Great. Make a point to join Kasho. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. We'll see you tomorrow, man. You stay safe, as always. And God bless. Imagine all I'm just doing now is just copy pasting at this point. Replace purchase with sale. And then I'll just click on all of it. Of course, we're going to maintain case. So check this out. Once I do that, like everything is all good. Product description, unit size, quantity, total cost. Then there's total count, total cost, product description, all as product, count, total cost, sale, product items as item, product ID is equal to item, all that. So now this item over here, what we'll just do is cost plus equals item, cost is equal to item, pivot, okay, and then we'll do sale price, okay, and then over here total cost is equal to item plus equals to item. So now for this total cost, it's outside the for each loop over here, but this cost is inside the for each loop, so it's just pretty much the same over here. That's the only thing that we're going to change. And product ID, product title, product quantity, unit symbol, count, cost, totals, and so on and so forth. Simple as. So now, I think we're done with this. All we just need to do now in this situation is click on that. So you can see attempt to read property name on null, meaning that we're not supposed to use supplier but customer, right? Sale, this one is customer, and then sale customer name. Now we've not declared that in our models just yet. So if you come and look at purchase has a function called supplier. In our sale, it's going to have a function called customer. So I'm just going to paste this here and replace it with customer. Then belongs to customer. And that's it. So I'm just going to refresh this and everything will be okay. Wait, so customer, I think this is all good. Yeah, I think we're done with viewing the sales. Now if we need to add a new sale, add a new sale. This is only going to be for products that are in the system. Yeah, and we're going to scan it. We're going to use the SQ numbers and all, and so on and so forth. Wow, this is great. This is great stuff. So each product item, we'll level it at the same price. When we're purchasing, each product item is different in terms of, like, say what the amount, say the the description and so on and so forth. But when we're coming to selling, we have to sell them as if they're the same commodity. Then they have to be priced, all of them, the same. So in this situation, we will use the same logic that we were using in the purchases, but then we will change it up a little bit in the state that, let me actually just show you first. Let's actually build it up in the UI first, and then we see what we can do with that in the UI. So in the create function, oh sorry, not create, but I'm sure it was in this purchases create. I'm just going to copy everything here, paste it in sales. So everything that was purchased will become sale. Everything that was customer will become, everything that was supplier will become customer. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's this part, undefined variable product descriptions. So in the create function of products, let's see, purchases, sorry, the create model. I'm just going to still copy everything here. In fact, yeah, I think I'll just copy everything that was here. And then put it inside the sale model. The sales create model. Paste it here. Anything that has purchase becomes sale. Just once, like that. Product description, let's import it. Then we have product item. It also gets imported, and that's it. Now str as well also, I mean, but then you see, now the thing about this one is str is not, we're not creating a new product item. Okay, we are finding the product item of which we have actually selected. We're just selecting a random product item. Yeah, we're just selecting a random product item. So that's what the sale is all about. So that's it. All we're just doing is product item, sales, attach this. So what we'll just do here is we'll delete all of this. This is for creating a new one. All I'll just do is remove. So what I'll do, what will I do? We'll go over these functions just slowly but surely, right? And there's add to cart. All right, we have the product ID, we have the quantity, and then we have the sale price. Okay, the price that is required. Now we need to count. As always, we're always going to count, right? So we have to check for this product list that has been given to us, right? If there's anything in that product list, then we have to check. Yeah, we have to check what this product list has, but we're not going to save the price. Okay, we're not going to save the price. So we're going to come in here into array push, into products list, and then we're going to remove the price. Price is going to be stored inside the other database table. So which means even this situation over here for price is not going to be reset. Okay, then so this and value over here for this I position 2 is not going to be checked. Okay, so if the products list first value is equal to the product ID, then the products list we have to add the quantity, right? This is because of the product ID matching the said description. So it's not going to matter whether or not the price is different or the price is same, because we're not going to differentiate the prices. Now, once we don't have that, we're going to of course push more products into the products list, if we don't have like a similar products list being pushed into that situation. Of course, removing is the unset function. Okay, and then we have the public function make sale, right? This validate, so we're going to validate what's being passed through over here: sale, sale date, sale supplier ID. And then also when we make the sale, we also have to validate the price. The price is supposed to be required, so I'm just not going to pass it there, but I'm going to pass it in this first step over here. So this, since it's going to be the final one, we're going to pass the price into the main validator. Now once we make that validation complete, then we're going to save the sale. Okay, we save the sale first, and then we come in here and watch for this one. This for each products list as item, right? We know that the quantity is in position 1. Okay, we know the quantity is in position 1. Okay, so for each of these, this the quantity that's in position 1, we're just going to do find. Okay, we'll do find, and then we'll take so this is supposed to go in as a last in first out, right? So if it's last in first out, I'm just going to take the I and just put it like that, such that we start from the lowest value, right? Or we start from what? We start from no. It won't be a random selection. It won't be a random selection. We need to select one product item that does not have a sale attached to it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we're going to do it from the smallest, right? Find. Okay, we'll start with I. Okay. Then we'll say if the product item, or we'll do a while loop. Now this is, I think this is where the while loop now comes into play. While the product item is greater than 0. Okay, then we do, how do you go to the next product item? From Laravel connection, reference next item in a Laravel connection, collection, sorry. You have to get the iterator first. What do you mean? Okay, let's see what the next function does. The array being affected, advance the internal array pointer of an array. What? No. We're not talking about arrays. We're talking about Laravel collections right now. But anyway. Product item is equal to product item find let's be a bit more complicated with this product item. Yeah, so we're taking this product item over here that's already been declared, yeah, taking the ID, okay, and then adding it to 1. Such that now that's the new product item. And then if it still fails this check, it will continue looping until we find items being sold at that particular price. The items that are actually being sold with that have not been sold. So things to do with SQs, it's done. Use str. We need support str. And then we're done. I think we're done. But we don't need to do product item save. Okay. This is what we need to do. We take that product item and we attach it. We take that product item and attach it for as many times as this quantity runs. So we don't need, if we did a continue somewhere here, right, then this would have been redundant. This putting the quantity would have been very redundant. So now we need to do product item sales, attach this sale ID, and then we need to come in here and then come and do sales price or sale price. And then it will be equal to the sale price that we passed through here, this price. And that's job done for the sales. I think we're good to go. Now let's see what happens. We'll select a customer. We cannot bind sale customer ID without a validation rule present in the rules array on livewire component. But we have it. Sale date, sale supplier ID, sale customer. We need a sale customer ID. Oh yeah, anything that has supplier should be replaced with customer. Replace them all. Yeah, so that's essentially what should have been happening. Let's refresh this again. Select one. Select the date. I'm going to select the 13th. Product description, mini fridge. The quantity, I'm going to do 50. The price, the recommended is 350. Now, this is where we change things up. I'm going to come in here and do something different inside this show for sales. Show for sales, really? No. Create. Who is the create? Sales create. So the thing I need to change is I think is this part over here, right? So I need to change it in the sense that I want to do the recommended price being 25% profit. So you see this 350 for the mini fridge. Wait, hold on. Product description, find interval, product ID, price. Then, yeah. What I'll do, I'll come in here, take this, proportionate. And then also take this, put it also in brackets again. Let's see what happens. So you did like, if this returns that there is nothing to use, then you use 0. So I don't know why it's doing that. Unless I can do it like this, yeah. Number format, all this, and then whatever it is that comes out of that times 1.25. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's all right. Because 0 times 1.25 is 0. Let's see. We'll take that. Take the mini fridge. Yeah, for 38 is the recommended price. So I'll do for 50. I'll enter the number of items as 7 or 9. And then the sale date will be on 14th. I will add this to the list. And you can see undefined array key 2, which comes in here, number format item 2. So this is where we change things up. We're not using this. We're not using this at all. We're using from the products list. We're finding the item, right? We're finding the item as the product. What we'll take, you see, it's not item 1 times the price. Anywhere that has the item 2, we're just going to replace it with price. That's it. So I'm just going to come in here, do mini fridge, recommended price I'll do for 50, and then I'll do quantity is 10, and then the sale date is 14th or 13th. Let's do 13th. Boom, that's it. So if I come in here and do the same, so you see this has not been reset. This has not been reset at all, right? So if I come in here and then come and do, like say for example, a luggage rack, and then the quantity will be this 65, and the price recommended is 350. So now you see there's a problem there. This one is universal. It's become universal. It's become very universal to all products. So now I need to come and actually do it like this. I need to go back to the create sale. Instead of doing price here, instead of doing price here, I think I'll just have to do it here. I'll have to do it here. Yeah, I'll have to do price there. And then I'll have to, yeah, now I have to launch reproof in such a way that now here, in this function right here, we're going to push the price of this commodity. Yeah, we're going to push the price of this commodity. Right. Oh, there's something else I can add. Ah, perfect. Now I've known what it is that I can cure with this. So I'll come in here, do int val price, right? This price. So this price. That's fine. Now, in the situation where the prices that we are trying to push in are not similar, then we need to actually change it in a way that, or rather, we're doing it like this, right? We'll say if on submitting this price, yeah, on submitting this price is not equal to. So now we're talking about this products list and we're taking the int values of this situation here, okay? And we're trying to check number 2. Then we're going to okay, let me just finish the comma there. Then we're going to do a validation error. Throw validation error. Throw validation exemption, and then we're going to do with messages. Then the array is going to be for price. Price doesn't match what is already in the database, or what is already in the list. What is already on the products list. Okay, and then we end that right there. Throw validation exception. When something is thrown, does it stop the rest of these things from running? I wonder. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's add all this on 14th. 50. Recommended price is 350. Add to list. Okay, let's do the same again. So this is 8205. So I'll add the 8205. The quantity is 22. The price is 351. And wow. Yeah, so in essence, what I want to change here, I want to change this back to how it was before. I'll go back to create. What did we change? Yeah, that's it. $45, 54. Quantity is 22. Recommended price is 63. I'll put 64. I'll add to the list. So you can see 64 is there. Now, if we come and do the same for this customer, we're not changing the customer whatsoever. Laundry bag, quantity. Quantity is 14. The price this time will be 65 or 66. If I add this to the list, there should be an error thrown here. Price does not match what's already in the products list. So if I put 464, I'll add this to the list and it will raise the quantity. They all should be one price. So if I added this and the price is not what I want, unlink, unset in short. And that's it for creating sales and deleting the sales themselves. I think we're done. I think we're good to go. Yeah. So sales is done. Wow. So my sales are done. So let's see what happens if we make a sale. Do 14, select an item, luggage rack. The quantity is 25. Recommended price is 350. I'll do 360. Then I'll add to the list. Great. I'll make the sale. So I attempt to read property sales. Product item sales count greater than 0. You can see this. So attempt to read property sales on null. Oh, it started from 0. Oops. Started from 0. My mistake. My big mistake. Let's see. Let's create this again. It's midnight. Let's go to make sale, and then you can see over here I. This one should be I plus 1. It's I plus 1. All product items will count 0. What? Then if the count is greater than 0 for that product item, then you move on to the next product item. Okay, let's see. Wine glasses, enter the quantity, enter the number of items, 57, recommended 225, and I'll add to the list, and I'll make the sale. Then it will pop up here saying that it has already done. Now the problem is we don't know how many we have available, how many wine glasses we have available, because we might have sold all of them. Possibility. We could have sold all the wine glasses. So we'll go back to sales, view sales list, and you can see we have one over here for 14th March. If we look at it, that's fine. So this is how we're going to differentiate between the product items that have been sold and the product items that have not been sold. So this is it generally. There's a function over here. It's going to return a boolean, okay? Sold or get is sold attribute. And all I'm just going to do is return this sales, right? count this sales is greater than 0. So if it's greater than 0, it will return true, which means it is sold. That's it, right? So now, if I come to the dashboard, the total inventory value is calculated from items that are currently in the store. Let's see. Let's go to the dashboard. So I'm going to do HTTP livewire sales. Sorry, not sales, but dashboard. And then we're going to see for each of these products as product, this inventory value is equal to product actual value. Estimate is equal to product price times count product items, right? So now instead of doing count product items, I'm going to do count product available items. So I'm going to do available items, and then I'm going to go to product descriptions. This is the product description side. So I'm going to go to product descriptions, which is inside the models. And then I'm going to go ahead and do, so you see the product items down here. So I'm going to come in here and duplicate this function, and then I'm going to call get available items attribute. So over here, I'm going to say this product items. So I'm just going to do an iteration. Total is equal to 0. And then for each product items, so this product items, right, for each of these product items as item. So we want to say if then we take the item, right? We're going to check is sold. Okay, so if the item is sold, we're not going to count, all right? But if it is not sold, right, if it's not sold, then we'll just say total plus plus. That's it. And then we'll come in here and say return total. That's it. Now once we do that, we'll go back to the dashboard over here, and then instead of doing count, the count is already there, product available items, and that's it. So the value will change significantly in this page. Let's see what happens. Interesting, it's not changed yet. So you see this inventory value is plus equals to product actual value. So there's something up. So estimate plus equals to, oh yeah, you can see the percentage has also changed here. This inventory value is product actual value. So this part for product actual value is also a need for change. So count this available items. So instead of doing count this product items, I'll do return this available items times this price. So let's actually do that to see what happens. And then we'll optimize performance a bit later in terms of how this percentage is calculated. And then we also have these ones over here. So for each of these product items, so this is actual value for each of these product items as item. Then we'll say if, right? So we'll put that condition later. Actually, the condition is just here. If this item is not sold, then get the item price. That's it. If this item is not sold, get the item price. That's it. So I think this will also actually change, and then we'll see probably a green or a, yeah, there we go. So total inventory value is currently at this now. Yeah, that's it. That's good. So we are at a good standing. So instead of even doing things like total number of products, we should be doing total sales, total purchases, and that's it. And that's it. That's good. So I think we'll end it there. I'm not sure yet. Let's actually just look at the sales bit of it again. Okay, let's select one. Let's select the date, 14th. Select a product description. Then we can come in here. You see, the thing about product descriptions, we can actually calculate the number of items that are still available. So I'm going to come into my create for sales. Actually, I'll go to my product description model, and then get available items attribute. So this is what is going to help us. So available items is going to help us. So I can go back to my create, go back to the view itself. Then I will go to the selector. Okay. And then I will come and do, what will I come and do? Quantity. Quantity will be maximum, minimum. So there will be a maximum for sales. Okay. Maximum will be in terms of now the product description that we're talking about in this situation. Where we have the product. We already have the product that we're talking about, right? From this product ID bit. So if we already have the product ID, we already have the quantity, we already have it being requested for over here. Okay, can just pick it up over here. So maximum is, the maximum will be here. Then we'll say available items, just like that. Maximum is available items there, right? Then also, what else am I missing? Let me just go back here. Oh yeah, in the select over here, I can come in here and do Available items, and then I come and add over here available. Available items. It should be available items. What's going on here? Product item. Get is sold. So this is product item, not product description. I need to go to product description. Get available items attributes. Yeah, that's what I need. Attempted to read property available items on null. Oh wait, we're already going through the product. So product. Okay, this one will be that or 0. That's all I need. That's all I need. Load for me this thing. Load it. Put it in the cache. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Let's go. Way. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so you can see over here, I can't add number of items. I can't add above 1. Right? Oh yeah, shit. Oh, or 1. Let's just do it like that. Actually, let's do it like this, yeah? Minimum 0. Minimum 0. 0. And then when we go back to our create, we are going to where we have our add to cart. This quantity needs to be minimum value of 1. That's it. So if we start at 0, we can't go above 0, so let's see what happens. Let's refresh it again. Let's refresh it again. Come on. My RAM is already running out, by the way. That's why it's loading for quite some time. My RAM is going down kidogo. Okay. Now let's open this. Let's say add to list. Will it reject? It should reject. Yeah, quantity field is required. Let's do quantities like this. If I do that, then this should change. But the RAM is running out. Anyway, let's just fill it in. 14. Product description, we put that. What happened? Then quantity. You see there are only 3 available. So if I put maximum quantity here is 3. You can see that, yeah? And recommended price, I'll sell them at 350. I'll add to the list. And it better add, I mean, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to make the sale. Let's see what happens. It should iterate as many times as it can to actually go through all of these so that we can know which one it is that we are making the sale for, and then finish it off with the notification. In the meantime, let's open the dashboard. So you can see this one is reduced from 16.66 to 16.57 because we sold 1,000 shillings worth of goods. If I come and view the sales list, you can see successfully made the sale number 18, and over here we've sold 3 products. Very nice, very nice. Problem is with this, it's not actually picked up the actual product item that I wanted. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the create. You see this product item find? Man. So this product list as key item 4, I is equal to 0, I is equal to item 1, I plus plus. Product item is equal to product item find ID I plus 1. But that's not literally the case, because in the products list what we selected was a specific product, right? So we're not going to do a for loop in this situation. Right, we're not going to do a for loop in this situation. What we want to do, yeah, we've already put in the product ID. Now, instead of doing product ID, we should do product item ID. Right, so product item ID. So instead of doing product ID, we should do product item. No, product ID, yes, we should do product ID. So we'll do product items. That's this is my biggest blunder. So product items, it will be product item where product description ID is the product ID, and this product ID has to come from the class, so it's this product ID get. Okay, and then we'll do a for each loop. So I'm just going to come in here. So for this products list as item. Okay, let's do it like this, yeah. Product items, product item where product description. Then we'll do it how many times? I want this number of times. Then okay, let's just go back kidogo. Okay, I'll copy this first and then reverse everything to where I left it from the beginning. Then I'll come in here to product item is equal to product items, product items I. We're almost there. Product items I. When you get a collection, it comes in an array, right? So that, I think that's done. So product item is equal to product items 1. Okay. So while the product item sales count is greater than 0, then let's see first. If this function exists, please tell me. Okay, so that won't work. So let's see, while product item sales count, product item find ID, product item ID plus 1. So we'll start from 0. No, it won't be product item ID plus 1. Let's do it like this, yeah. Count. Okay, I think we're good now. I think this should work. Okay. Okay, let's see. We'll select the customer, we'll select the date. So today is 15th, so why not just put 15th, but it's not local, right? Wine glasses, there are 4 available. Luggage rack, there are 3. Luggage rack here, there are 15. So I'll put 7 in hopes that we can get them very quickly. 7. And then price recommended will be 488. I'll do 490. I'll add to the list. $190. Okay, let's make the sale. Undefined array key 0. What has happened? What has actually happened? There's no function called delete, so nothing has happened here. What's going on? Okay, let's just go through this. So there's a products list that has been added, right? It has a key and an item, where we have the key given as an array. So the array is 0, 1, and 2. The array of 0 has the product ID. The array of so we need to select all the product items where the product description has the product ID. We've gotten them, right? Now, let's actually separate this for a while. For each, okay? For each, product items, as product item if, okay, so now this is what we're going to do. If the product item, yeah, is sold, okay, we're not doing anything with it. But if it is not sold, then that's when we take that product item, attach the sale with the price, right? Now I'm just going to do a count. Okay, the first count is up here. Okay, count is 0. If there's a product item that's not sold, we count ++. Okay, and then we save it, we attach it. Actually we'll attach it first and then we'll count. Okay, now after that if statement, okay, after that if statement, this is when we do this. If the count is now equivalent to the item, now we're going to take item, let us We're dealing with the items already, right? Not even just this product ID, we're going to be dealing with item ID. So item ID. So item 0. And then we're going to be dealing with the quantity, which is item 1. Then break. That means we end the for each loop and this thing is not going to even be looked at. So add a new sale. Let's see what happens in this situation now. This is so long, man. This is so long. Okay. Select one. Of course, we have how many? We have this one. We have the dates. We have the product description. We have 15 available luggage racks. And then we have the quantity, the number of items, the number maximum we can do is 15. So let's do 10, okay? And the price will be 490, okay? Let's see. Okay, now we do make sale. Successfully made the sale number 20. Okay. If I go back to the viewing of the sales, let's see what happened. Let's go. Let's go. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. Let's add a new sale again. This time, it's looking up. Purchases and sales have been done today. Okay, look at this. So I'm going to come in here and select a Professor Rachel Swift. I'm going to select them for the 13th. Select one. I'm going to sell to them a mini fridge. The number of mini fridges I can sell is going to be 7. So I'm going to sell 3. 200. Add to list. It's going to be 3, and then the price is 200. Add to list. Okay, what else can I sell to them? And to sell to them the room service menu. 0 available, so I can't do that one. So it needs to also be null. Safety box, there are 7 available. Number I will sell 5. Recommended at 250 to make profit, right? Let's do it at 255 then. Add to list. Then we make the sale and we shall see what happens. Successfully made the sale number 21. Let us see the sales list. Number 21 is here. I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing is payments, quotations, invoices, and sales payments, and purchase payments, and all those things. Wow. The system is almost done. Episode 8, ladies and gentlemen, and we're almost done with the system. Thank you so much for tuning in. Adios, and we will see you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow. We are almost done with the inventory application. All we just left to do after we are done with the basic structure and the basic functionalities is making sure that the performance is on point. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those guys who tuned in, Sam Mwangi, thank you so much for tuning in. We also have Juan Matos. Thank you so much for tuning in. More shout outs, of course, Harrison. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yaren? Herchin? I think Herchin, yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys all. Thank you so much for all those who had showed up today. This has been a lovely, lovely, lovely progress that has been covered in what I would call one of my most productive streams in the year 2023. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Thank you so much for those guys who are going to be watching this a bit later and seeing, furthermore, how much further we can get with sales and purchases. We're going to be demoing it a bit later. Of course, things are going to be looking up tomorrow, 9 p.m. As always, stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and God bless. Please stay safe as always. And I'm having the best time of my life with this application right now. Just needs a little bit of some performance tweaks, but then after that we're all good and golden to go. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.
I'm sorry that I didn't hit you back when you call my line. Or did you even need to talk? Or you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost the...
Ladies and gentlemen, just before we go, as always, we have to end this on the highest note possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play one of the songs that usually captures my heart every single time I'm driving, every single time I'm walking through like some dark spaces, or every single time I am doing some exercise, every single time I'm playing football, every single time I am just doing literally anything. Even when coding, I always listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Eloy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, has produced a song called Sunburn. Let's listen very, very keenly into how this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Sunburn by Joe Eloy, or Jolo, or whatever his name is. Sunburn. Let's go.